A warm Friday evening in downtown Atlanta sets the stage for another night of college football as Georgia State opens its 2026 season here on Friday night against FCS Southeast, better known as North Carolina A&T. With temperatures around 80 degrees and the possibility of a passing shower, the Panthers are eager to leave behind last year's difficult 1-11 campaign and begin a fresh chapter. Georgia State will lean on junior cornerback Deuce Walker to anchor the defense, while one of the night's biggest storylines will be the debut of true freshman running back Xavier Butler, a young playmaker the Panthers hope can provide an immediate spark. North Carolina A&T arrives looking to play spoiler, but for Georgia State, tonight is all about building confidence and laying the foundation for a better season ahead. The crowd is ready, the sun is beginning to set, and North Carolina A&T/FCS Southeast and Georgia State are set to kick it off. Coming up next.
Welcome to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and Center Park Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Condors and the Georgia State Panthers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. The Condors, kicker headed to the football, the crowd eager, and off we go, the start of a new season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Panthers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And we take a look at a guy who didn't burn up the recruiting rankings, but man, is he being productive. Fought his way through a lot of competition in camp and ended up winning the running back job for the opener. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Might have a chance. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Panthers headed quickly to the line. Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Avery. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Under fire. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. So the Condors offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Rides the option, he keeps it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Tight end now in motion. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the option. Keeps it himself. Running to Green. Moving past the 25. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. And it'll be the Condors getting set on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. From the gun, give on the inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. He's got it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Give to the back. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Condors back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's right. Complete. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Keeps it on the option. Here's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Georgia State jumps back to the line. They'll run it. It's Butler. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to the ground with the running back. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. Brown will throw it. Dumps it to the back. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Trying to punch it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The transfer has it his first carry. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Georgia State.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He's now up to 52 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try to pop the draw. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Pulls it on the option. Finding some room. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Just feeds the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Gives it on the option. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. It's Murray. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Brown wants to pass. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. He'll do it himself. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Condors will line up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Looking for a gap. It's Murray. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Avery.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Quickly complete. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Brown will throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wiles. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Makes the quick grab. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Got room to work. He breaks a tackle. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
His size makes him a matchup nightmare. They recruited him specifically for plays like this, to run down the field, climb the ladder over a smaller DB, make a play for this offense.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's right. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Condor! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Makes the grab. It's Riles. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Wants to throw it again. Complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Caught over the middle. It's Riles. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Brown wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Colorado taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Buffs, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Center Park Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Condors pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Off the play fake. He's got him in the flat. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal. Snags it, and there's running room. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Made the grab and's got plenty for the first down, but we do have a man slow to get up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of space. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia State. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And it'll be the Condors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the single back. And the defense drags him down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Makes the catch. It's Perkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Condors have this offense rolling. Keeps it on first down. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Got the back over the middle. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And it's no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Pulls it in. It's Washington. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Got a man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Now 1st and 10 after they got them to jump. Wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Running inside. It's Poe. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down. The 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with the 1st down in the final period. They'll go to the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Finds his man. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Pocket breaking down. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And it'll be the Condors have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run it. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Condors now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. It's right. And And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The option, he'll keep it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Poe. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The run inside. It's Murray. Hard-hitting tackle. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Avery. At the 35, he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Riles. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Perkins. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's just nice, man, to have a big tight end that can work the middle of the field. Like, I can throw it over linebackers' heads, and he's big enough to really be a target before it gets to the safeties. And they run these post patterns, man, and when you throw them on time, they're extremely hard to stop.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's right. Flips it out to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Plucks it out of the air. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Just keeps slinging it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time it's complete. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Keeps it himself. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
So it wasn't easy, but Georgia State gets the win 24-16 over FCS Southeast, a.k.a. North Carolina A&T, to equal all of last season's wins. Georgia State starting 1-0 with this win over the FCS school. Again, not easy, but they'll take it. Taking a look at the team stats, FCS Southeast actually had the edge in first downs, 18-17. Total offense, 380-364. Rushing yardage, 187 to only 98 for Georgia State. Passing yardage, Georgia State did have the edge, 266 to 193. Both teams had 50% in 3rd down conversion percentage. And the turnovers, neither team had a turnover. Time of possession was won by FCS Southeast by about 7.5 minutes. Looking at player stats for Georgia State, Cameron Brown finishes 22 of 28 for 266 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Not a bad day for him. For FCS Southeast, Earl Wright finishes 19 of 24 for 193 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast was Rock Johnstone, 19 carries for 118 yards. For Georgia State, they were led by Cameron Brown, the quarterback, 6 carries for 91 yards for him. Though Dennis Murray Jr. did have the only rushing touchdown. Look at this, the true freshman that we hyped up pregame had 6 carries for -8 yards. Not a great start for him. Leading receiver for Georgia State was Derek Avery Jr., 6 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. Grant Hollier also had a touchdown. That was the kind of nail in the coffin touchdown for Georgia State, although the defense is the one that actually had to put the nail in the coffin. FCS Southeast was led by Jarius Perkins, 5 catches for 78 yards, though Curtis Nix did have a receiving touchdown for FCS Southeast. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Ezekiel Williams with 10 pancakes. For Georgia State, it was Gage Staniland with 7 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Panthers, they were led in total tackles by Keenan Nelson Jr., 16 total tackles. That might be the highest amount we've seen all year. Tackles for loss are led by Ryan Green with 3. Sacks are led by Manju Berti with 1. And no interceptions for Georgia State. For FCS Southeast, no interceptions. Taheem Donald and T.T. Harris Jr. each had half a sack to tie for the team lead. T.T. Harris Jr. had 7 tackles for loss to lead the team in that category. And Joshua Alfred led the team in total tackles with 10. Kicking stats for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made 3 of his 4 field goal attempts, a long of 54. Also made his only extra point attempt, I should say. Georgia State's Kenny Meester made his only field goal attempt from 42 yards out, and he was 3 of 3 on extra point attempts. Punting for Georgia State, Christian Teeter had 3 punts for an average of 48.3 yards per punt. And for FCS Southeast, Ty Minchie had 2 punts for an average of 55.5 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Tyrone Hickson had 3 returns for an average of 18.3 yards per return, and Kevin King had 2 returns for an average of 16.5 yards per return. For Georgia State, LaDainian Martin had 4 returns for an average of 15.7 yards per return, and Savion Hart had 1 return for 12 yards. Punt returns for Georgia State, Deuce Walker had 2 returns for an average of 12.5 yards per return, and FCS Southeast, Pace Jenkins had 1 return for 7 yards. Looking at the scoring summary, in the first quarter, FCS Southeast got on the board first with the 53-yard field goal from Turner Mills, and Georgia State got a 2-yard touchdown run from Dennis Murray Jr. Georgia State led 7-3 after 1. In the second quarter, FCS Southeast added another field goal from Mills from 42 yards out, and then a 21-yard touchdown pass from Earl Wright to Curtis Nix to take the lead 13-7 at halftime. In the third quarter, FCS Southeast adds to their lead with a 37-yard field goal from Mills, and Georgia State gets a 74-yard touchdown pass from Cameron Brown to Derek Avery Jr. That made the score 16-14 FCS Southeast going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Georgia State gets a 41-yard field goal from Kenny Meester and a 15-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Grant Hollier. That gives you your final score of Georgia State 24, FCS Southeast / North Carolina A&T 16. So the Panthers get an 8-point victory to kick off 2026, once again equaling their win total last year in the first week here. They will take it. Home field advantage. The Georgia State Panthers are now 1-0 after defeating FCS Southeast at Center Park Stadium. The players highlighted here: Cameron Brown, the quarterback from Georgia State, and Rock Johnstone, the running back from FCS Southeast. Definitely the players of the game there. Georgia State was a higher rated team, of course, and then you can see Georgia State's schedule. They've got Kennesaw State on the road next week. We'll see if they can win that one. Our next game coming your way will be, I believe, another Friday night game. Yeah, our last Friday night game. This would be number 6 Miami going on the road to take on Stanford in an ACC matchup. Could be the ACC game of the week. It's debatable, but that's a pretty interesting game there. But from Atlanta, Georgia, the Georgia State Panthers get the win over FCS Southeast / North Carolina A&T 24-16, and we will see you next time.